So now let's proceed. So vaccines jumpstart immunity. So the immune system is remarkably effective at keeping pathogens and cancer cells from taking over our bodies. So nevertheless, humans do suffer from any incurable infectious diseases caused by viruses and other pathogens. So besides sanitation or observing the protocols, the best way to prevent any of these illnesses is of course vaccination. So what is a vaccine? A vaccine is a substance that stimulates active immunity against pathogens without actually causing illness. So the vaccine consists of antigens that teach the recipient's immune system to recognize a pathogen. So there are several types of vaccines. First, we have the live attenuated vaccines, which fight viruses and bacteria. So these vaccines contain a version of the living virus or bacteria that has been weakened so that it does not cause serious disease in people with healthy immune systems. So because live attenuated vaccines are the closest thing to a natural infection, so they are good teachers for the immune system. Examples of live attenuated vaccines includes measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine or the MMR, and the chickenpox vaccine or the varicella. Next one, we have the inactivated vaccine. So these also fight virus and bacteria. So these vaccines are made by inactivating or killing now the germ during the process of making the vaccine. So the inactivated polio vaccine is an example of this type of vaccine. Next one, we have the Toxoid Vaccines. It prevents disease caused by bacteria that produce toxins or poisons in the body. So in the process of making these vaccines, the toxins are weakened so that so they cannot cause illness. So the DTaP vaccine contains diphtheria and tetanus toxoid. Next one, we have the subunit vaccine. So include only parts of the virus and bacteria, or subunits instead of the entire germ. So the pertussis or the whooping cough component of the DTaP vaccine is an example of a subunit vaccine. So question, how do these vaccines work? So vaccines help develop immunity by imitating the infection. So this type of infection, however, almost never causes illness, but it does cause the immune system to produce T lymphocytes and antibodies. Sometimes after getting a vaccine, the imitation infection can cause minor symptoms such as fever. So such minor symptoms are normal and should be expected as the body builds immunity. So once the imitation infection goes away, so the body is left with a supply of memory T lymphocytes or memory T cells, as well as B lymphocytes or B cells that will remember how to fight that disease in the future. So however, it typically takes a few weeks of the body to produce T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes after the vaccination. Therefore, it is possible that a person infected with a disease just before or just after vaccination could develop symptoms and get a disease because the vaccine has not had enough time to provide protection. Okay, so I hope that it is clear now to you of how vaccines work and how our bodies defend against diseases.